here. Well, ding dong, the GOAT debate is over. The GOAT debate is over between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, and it will always be over. It's over. It will never be a GOAT debate between Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, no matter what. And we'll tell you in a second. First, congratulations to Philadelphia. Congratulations. What else can we say? I think a lot of people done said a lot of things. I don't know if they tore up the city last night, but I mean, this was a butt kicking. A butt kicking. And let's say this. Oh boy. The Eagles. No, let's say this right here before I forget. Patrick Mahomes stayed in this game stat padding like a LeBron James. Stayed in this game stat padding like a LeBron James after the Eagles already pulled their starters out. I'm not for sure if it was all the starters, but I knew they pulled the quarterback out, pulled Hurts out. This game was over a long time ago, folks. And to me, Mahomes should have been out. He wasn't even playing a good game to where, maybe his defense was getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? Something like that for him to stay in this game. No, they were getting whooped. He was getting made a fool out of, and he stayed in there stat padding. I know he got that little touchdown at the end, whatever like that. But, man, come on. The guy's out there stat padding, trying to make history not look worse, right? Like LeBron James, trying to make it look like, he did something in the finals when he was getting blown out. Or basically in any game he plays, he stays in there stat padding, trying to get his stats in a loss, in a blowout, or trying to get more stats on his opponents while they're blowing out the opponents. To me, and not letting his guys play. Not letting, to me, that's poor sportsmanship. I don't know what you would want to call it, as far as your own team. I guess that would be the same thing. I think that's poor sportsmanship as a teammate. That you didn't let, who's the backup quarterback? Carson Wentz? That you don't let Carson Wentz get in this game? Bro, he probably could have played it better second half than you. Why are you here stat padding, trying to get these stats to try to make it look like in the long run it was some competitive game? So let's get into this GOAT debate real quick. Folks, do you realize Mahomes just lost two of the biggest games of his career? Right? Mahomes lost the two most legendary games of his career. For one, going against Tom Brady in the 2021 Super Bowl, where he got his head knocked off. The biggest anticipated Super Bowl of all time, or we can say the most anticipated Super Bowl of all time, him versus Tom Brady. Even though he lost his line, whatever we want to say, I want to hear the excuses now, today. Even though he lost his line or they were hurt, whatever. He was still the favorite in that game. There was still no reason for you to put up like 9 points? Running backwards, barely making the plays. What happened to quick slants and quick outs and all that stuff? Yeah, you don't have a line, I guess, to be throwing the ball long. But yes, you could have had some quick outs and slants and all this stuff. Remember, at the beginning of the season, Tom Brady was getting destroyed by his line. His line wasn't no good. Remember, he said that line was trash. Anyways, yes, so it gets destroyed in that. The biggest game of his career, it gets made a fool out of by the GOAT. And then we talk about last night. And to me, what would be the first or the biggest to this day, the biggest Super Bowl of his career? What the hell happened? What the hell happened? A game where this guy is going for a three-peat, right? Going for a three-peat. And he poops all over himself. I mean, look at this guy's face. Look at this guy's gestures. Look at his body language. Folks, this guy can never, ever, ever be in the GOAT conversation with Tom Brady. He can't. Can't never be in the GOAT conversation with Brady, no matter what you think, folks. Again, he just got blown off the field in the two biggest games of his career. The three-peat in versus the GOAT. You got to win one of these. You can't lose both of those big games as you get your head knocked off, as you get routed, as you get stomped out, as you play a miserable game in both of them. This is unacceptable, folks. It didn't even look like he had one damn weapon. One damn weapon. And what's so crazy is he had a slew of weapons. A slew of weapons. Weapons all over the place. Are we kidding? Oh my goodness, guys. It just, for me, man, I can't even believe. Two of the biggest games of his career, to submit him as the GOAT, right? To submit him as the GOAT. He poops his pants in both damn games. Remember, if he would have won this one, right? If he would have won this one, most people would have cemented him as the GOAT. People with any common sense would have said no. Tom Brady is still the GOAT, 7-3, owns all the damn quarterback records, owns a lot of NFL records, period, that will never be touched. Right? Quarterback records in the Super Bowl, the playoffs, the regular season, all the quarterback records, 7-3. We can't even count how many comebacks in the Super Bowl. I think Tom Brady has like 5 comebacks, either set up for a field goal or touchdown. Not to mention, guys, I was going to have to pull this out, but I'm glad I did it. It would have been a lot of work. But the level of competition from 2000 and what, Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl in 2002, and we was able to go back and look at the positional players from safety to running back to the guys on the offensive line, defensive line, running backs, receivers, quarterbacks, tight ends, all these different positions. We were able to go back and look at these all-time great players that Tom Brady played against at those positions. And trust me, Patrick Mahomes ain't even playing that level of competition, folks. We went back and we looked at the all-decade team. We went back and looked at the all-decade team for the 2000s and the 2010s, folks. You will be like, what the hell? You won't even believe the level of competition that Tom Brady had to play against the guys that were on the all-decade teams in the 2000s and 2010s. These are some of the greatest players to ever play football. Whether it was the 2000s all-decade team or the 2010s all-decade team, or some of these guys that were making a Pro Bowl from 2002 all the way to 2020 or 2019. Mahomes ain't faced that. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Go. I don't care now, because it's nothing that I'm going to use, because the GOAT debate is over, folks. You don't believe me? Go look at the 2000s all-decade team. Then go look at the 2010s all-decade team and tell me, has Patrick Mahomes played that level of competition as far as positional players that Tom Brady had to face? You're going to be like, what? It's like LeBron James trying to go against Michael Jordan, but LeBron plays in a no-touch era against skinny three-point shooters while he travels and carries down the damn court. It's a joke, folks. And that's what they're trying to make this NFL into, a no-touch era. And I don't know why they keep pushing women to be men. All they're trying to do is What I'm talking about is now they're trying to get football in high school. They're trying to sign a bill for women's football in high school. For what? For what? For what? They always, I mean, this system is crazy, folks. Anyway, we won't even talk about that. But yeah, the GOAT debate is over. I ain't never seen nobody no GOAT look like this. Never. I don't know what was wrong with this guy in these 2 games. That's ridiculous. And this goes along with Andy Reid too. Andy Reid ain't no best coach, the greatest coach of all time or the second. In my opinion, I got to put Patrick Mahomes back under Joe Montana. He's not better than Joe Montana. Nope. Maybe if he would have just lost, that would be still hard. And he played a competitive game, it would still be hard for me to still rank him above Joe Montana. But now, this is easy. Joe Montana all day, second greatest quarterback of all time. And to me, it might not even be close when you really look at everything. I mean, this ain't meltdown in the damn 4 quarters. Man, this guy melted down 4 quarters. Oh man, no, Patrick Mahomes just had a bad second half. What's the no? He melted down all damn game. Just like the one where he got his butt beat by Brady. Hey, Vegas wins again. Hey, Vegas been cleaning up. But I'm trying to tell you, these rigged, these thrown NBA games this season, Vegas been cleaning up now. Vegas cleaned up on this one real good. They were doing stupid stuff. Like the first time they scored, the Chiefs did, they were getting manhandled still. What was it, like 34? And then they scored, and they tried to go for 2 for what? It didn't even make no sense, folks. Why are you going for 2 and you're down 7 to like 34? So you just lost 2 points? It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. People are going to make up these excuses. He's going to say, oh, Patrick is still young. They're going to say that, what else? They're going to say, Patrick is young. He still has all this time. Brady played 22 seasons and all this stuff. He still has time. He only lost 2. Brady lost 3. Brady didn't lose 2 like this. Brady didn't lose. Man, you know how many championships Brady could have actually won if his damn defense would have stopped him? Brady came down and threw the go-ahead touchdown to win. And what happened? His damn team did what? Let them march back down and win. That's basically what it was. And Brady had like damn 30 seconds or 20 seconds to win and didn't do it. I'm like, damn, how many times could he march down and have the winning touchdown? He did it. You fools just didn't stop the opponent. But no, like I said, folks, it's over for this guy. Don't give me he got a long career. He's only, what would he be now? Is he 4? No, I'm not even sure. He's can't be 3-2, right? I want to say he's 3, or is he 4-2? Well, just don't give me the excuse he's got a long career to go. Look, he can still come out of it. Maybe, folks, maybe. To me, if he goes maybe 9-2, maybe if he goes, he's got to make up for these blown out losses. He got blown out. It ain't like his defense just let him down. No, he played 2 miserable games. This game and against the Bucks. He's got to make up for the two games, man. He's got to go in there and blow teams out or something. I don't know, folks. This is crazy. To me, he would have to go and break some NFL records in the Super Bowl. Well, the Super Bowl records. He have to go in there and throw like 7 touchdowns, no interceptions, and all this stuff. Are you kidding me? Remember, the last time they played Philly, it ain't like they manhandled Philly. Philly was up 17-7 at the half. And you got to remember, they got away with some damn, what was it? I don't know, some pass interference in the end zone because they was going to have to kick a field goal or do something, go for the touchdown, and Philly was going to get the ball back. But because they got that pass interference, they was able basically to run out the clock the last time they played. You know what I'm saying? And people didn't like that. And look, it wasn't because Saquon Barkley was dominant in this game. It was because Jalen Hurts was dominant in this game. So, I don't know, folks. Let me say this before I forget, because I don't read off a script. I was watching that channel Lobo, I think that's his name. He does like the rig NBA or rig sports period, NFL, NBA, whatever. And it's a pretty good channel. I'm not gonna beat on it like that, but they were saying something about like Hurts is the first black quarterback, real black quarterback that isn't mixed to win a Super Bowl. I don't know if he's mixed or not. He's not dark skinned, and that don't mean nothing. But okay, he's the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl who isn't biracial. And to me, a lot of that stuff, it does a lot of black people injustice. When they say the first black president, he's not black. He's biracial. He's biracial. He claims his mama. He claims his daddy. He's biracial. That's the government tag that they want to give biracial people, right? So that's not accurate. That's not accurate. Doug Williams was the first black quarterback that wasn't mixed, right? That wasn't biracial. Doug Williams is the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. And I was watching her live yesterday on her channel, and I kept trying to tell them, and I know they saw my comment, but they didn't want to look like idiots because they're supposed to know football. But yeah, Doug Williams is the first black quarterback, full black quarterback, to win a Super Bowl. And they were trying to say, he's got to be able to be a black quarterback, has to be able to be a white quarterback. They'll never let that happen. And I'm like, what? Or they try to say a full black quarterback who isn't biracial needs to beat a white quarterback. Well, Doug Williams did that. He did that against John Elway, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. No matter what you want to say, that it was Washington's defense, whatever they want to make up, or Doug Williams didn't have a great career. No, he did it. He was injury prone and stuff like that after that, but he was the first black quarterback. They almost forget about Doug Williams. I don't know, guys. You guys tell me what you think, man. I'm not trying. To me, look, I came into this, I said, Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. I was looking at the way he could make these throws. He could throw the long ball, the outs, the crosses, everything. And he could do it on the run. And then he could kill you with your feet because you don't know when he's going to run. And again, he did none of these things, folks. When Tom Brady blew him out, or in this game. I mean, these were the biggest games of his career that I just mentioned. Against Tom Brady, and then last night. You're freezing up in the biggest games of your career? Dude, looked like a deer in headlights. He didn't know where the hell he was. His throws were low. He was throwing right to damn defenders. Gosh, Philly is good, but they're not that damn good. I don't know, man. If they're that damn good, your team is way overrated. And we'll say that they kind of rolled that little wave all year, where some people were saying, man, they was getting these calls. They was getting these calls, man. That's why they end up being 15-2 or whatever like that. So to me, when you're on a three-peat, man, you really running on fumes. You're really running on fumes. And to me, that's what they was really running on. They were running on fumes yesterday. The entire team, man. The entire team. But there's no excuse not to come out and be competitive. That's just even if your team was running on fumes, your quarterback is supposed to be lifting them up. And I don't think, to me, the running back, the wide receivers, a lot of them guys can't be running on fumes, because a lot of them guys are like new to the team or young, something like that. So it really no excuse for these guys to be, running on fumes like that. It was just, and look at this, instead of in the halftime show, and we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. The halftime show, not Kendrick Lamar. We'll talk about him in a second, but the halftime show, they didn't even give the Eagles any damn credit. All they talked about was what Mahomes could do. It's not over. This is Mahomes. And not really giving the Eagles credit for stomping out Kansas City in the first half. That's just crazy to me. Because if Kansas City and Mahomes were stomping out the Eagles in the first half like that, they would be all over it, right? They would be making legendary comments, because it's a legendary game. Mahomes going for his three-peat. But because Mahomes was getting stomped out, they were all just looking like Mahomes, deer in the headlights, and not giving Jalen Hurts and the Eagles any credit for what they were doing. It was all about what Mahomes could do in the second half. It's crazy, folks. As far as the entire game in general, look, I really don't watch these pre-game shows where they dance and sing and do all this stuff, but I did in this one. Really wasn't doing anything, really wasn't busy. I really wasn't feeling it. I really wasn't. The Super Bowl is getting bad, folks. We don't need to be hearing gospel music, and for what? For what? Church was that Sunday. If you needed to go to church, go to church. This is the Super Bowl. They wrap so much dumb stuff around the damn Super Bowl that it's really no Super Bowl. No, it's the most ridiculous thing. And I'm not trying to hate on religion. Whatever you want to believe in, I just don't get it, folks. And they try to make black people so deep into religion more than any people in the world. When Steve Harvey started getting syndicated, especially where I lived at, I was just like, are you serious? So every morning you had to wake up and listen to this one on white people's radio stations, Spanish people's radio stations, Indian people radio station, whoever. Only for black people, you have to wake up reading the Bible every single morning. As you're the people on the bottom of the economic ladder behind all nationalities and races in the United States, and the first thing you got to do is wake up, getting a Bible lesson from Steve Harvey and the crew. Steve Harvey and the crew. And then the rest of the day, they will play, rap music that say, nigga this, kill this, smoke this, and all this stuff. And then they saw how stupid it was, and they really started cutting out a lot of that rap music. That's all I'm saying, folks. It's the nonsense for me. Believe what you want. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm just saying, they try to make black people the most religious people in the world. You be getting your teeth stomped in economically for years, and you're still supposed to be the most faithful people of all time. People come over here and take over your communities and take your jobs, and you still supposed to be the most faithful people of all time. Well, their God is doing what their God is working for them. I don't know, man. For them, I guess whatever God they worship and believe in and have faith in is definitely working for all these other races and nationalities in the United States. So the Kendrick Lamar thing, it's whatever, man. It didn't move me. Whatever. I mean, this is this generation, folks. What I'm gonna say is, we're used to hearing deep harmony in the music, to where black music used to make you groove, used to make you move, used to make you want to dance. Even rap music. they start putting these beats in there like they're like theater beats or something, like startling beats and all this weird ass beats that they start putting in hip hop. It's no longer great melodies or deep harmony or anything like that. What happened? What happened to black music? That's why they basically got rid of, R&B in the 2000s. I mean, they still had it, but not on the level of the 90s or the 80s or the 70s. But I'm just saying that's why hip hop or R&B was going down. I would say at the end of the 90s into the 2000s, it was still there, but it was going down because hip hop had put so much R&B into hip hop. That's what they did. And this was our new dance music. How the hell do you dance to this stuff? I guess. I mean, I guess you could dance to it. It's music, but it's not the soul or what do you call it? Deep harmony music we always put in to music, period. Even in hip hop. So it is what it is, folks. I mean, to me, everybody, I hear guys making up excuses and stuff like that, and saying Kendrick Lamar wasn't lip singing. Yes, he was. Bro, that's not his real voice. It's not his real voice. None of these guys use their real voice. It's not his real voice. It's his real voice as far as they take his voice and they, auto-tune it? Yes. But that's not his real voice to where he can get up and perform live music. That's not his real voice. I mean, he did pretty good lip syncing. You can give him that, but it really ain't gonna be hard. As long as you cover your mouth with the damn microphone and it did not really get up on you too many times. And what I'm trying to say is, it's this bad, folks. Rap is this bad to where it done became like singing. As far as, singers would lip sync, who really couldn't sing. But now rappers are lip syncing. They do it at concerts all the damn time. And it's because that's not their real voice that they're using. You ever hear these rappers these days? It's not their real voice. They can't make no voice like they're making. They're rapping with these weird voices that aren't real voices. Just weird voices. Slow down, mumbled, cartoonish, all this type of stuff. Whatever, man. People used to always say, "Oh, man, your generation is your generation." This is a bad generation, man. I'm just saying, this ain't the kind of torch that black people always carried on as far as music. This is why black music is trash, and this is why when you go around the world, everybody got their own rap music now. They no longer need black music because it's not the standard no more. It's not, folks. Go everywhere you go. You can go to China, you can go to Japan, you can go to the Middle East with the Arabian people. Where you want to go? You can go to Australia, you can go to Canada. Where you want to go? All the Caribbean islands, South America, Central, everybody got their own little rap. Yep, everybody got rap now. It started with the Spanish people. What was it, in 2000? Reggaeton? And then it branched off. Everybody started having their own little rap music. So, they don't have to really put nothing in to the music today, into the rap music today. They don't, because it's not being held as the standard of the world no more. So now you got low budget artists, and I'm trying to tell you, when I was made made that video the other day about the Disney Nickelodeon beat between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I'm like, no, Drake won. Drake changed hip hop. Drake came out singing in like 2009. And then everybody started copying off of him. Drake won. Drake changed hip hop. Nobody was singing like that before Drake. Nobody was sounding like serenading you with singing. A dude will bust you right in the mouth if they heard you singing back in the day. They will expose you. You will never get put out. They ended Ja Rule's career. He ain't singing nothing like these dudes been doing for the last 2 decades. So Drake won that. He changed hip hop. He changed it where Kendrick Lamar is singing. What are we talking about? And on top of that, really? Go back and listen to some real classic battle raps. And look how these dudes really be destroying each other lyrically. This little lyrical battle that Kendrick Lamar had against Drake, are you serious? Those lyrics hit hard? like the Biggie and Pac, like the Kumo D and what's this guy's name? I always forget this guy's name. Big Daddy Kane. Some of these classic battle raps, Nas and Jay-Z. You know, Ice Cube going against the NWA. Man, we could just go on and on, man. This is nothing. This is nothing you'll ever be like. This is one of the greatest battles of all time, as far as lyrically. They not like us. It took you this long to say this. This dude Drake ran the entire 210s into the early 2020s. It took y'all this long to figure this out? Dude, I was saying this in 2009. Now you just want to say this? Drake won this battle a long time ago. Drake made all this money, ran the black American hip hop or rap, whatever you want to call it, via Canada. Via Canada. So, you know, if you want to see that video that I made about, you know, to me, it's hip hop is so bad, they trying to start a fake beef. And when you go back and look at these guys battling lyrically, it's soft. And the way they rap, it's like cat, hat, mat, rat. It's like these dudes rap like Dr. Seuss. Lyrically, there's nothing to it, folks. They don't rap lyrically on a high level. So it is what it is. Mahomes is out of the GOAT debate. You know, he's hovering around number 3 right now. Just because his championships, to me, what he showed in the Super Bowl, you know, you could say it's other quarterbacks out there that have greater Super Bowls than him. But, you know, he's number 3. So tell me what you think.